Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Back again. Sunday episode now. You know we're getting with it, man. Sometimes we're on every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mad. Different thing now. Taking this thing serious for real. Been telling you. But yeah, man. I'm going to get into it all, bro, man. Make sure you like hitting the like button, subscribing, the whole shebang. Loads to talk about, bro. Let me give you a bit of the news that's just come out, a little bit about Sancho. We'll start with Sancho. We'll make our way around to Mbuemo, don't worry. Fenerbahce have just inquired about Sancho. So that's 3 clubs now for this Sancho geezer. Fenerbahce, Napoli, and Juventus now are all in for him. But look at what it says. Look at the bottom line of what it says about Sancho. And that's a good source in Turkey as well, you know, Yago. It says basically Napoli are in talks, but the salary player is demanding. Salary does not want to reduce his salary. Sancho doesn't want to reduce his salary. Napoli will not make a move if he doesn't reduce his salary. And the big man, the top dog, Fabrizio Romano, pull it down and said it. Yo, Napoli does not want to cover Jadon Sancho's salary, whether on loan or transfer. The transfer fee is not a problem, but the salary is too high. This guy's an idiot. The Sancho guy, bro. You got World Cup next year. Just put down your salary. Go play some football. You don't want to do it. The man's a joke, man. So, yeah, Sancho's basically just stuck right now. Fenerbahce won him. Juventus, Napoli won him. But how is he going to move if he's not going to reduce his salary, bro? This is the madness. You have to reduce your salary. Have to. No one ain't going to pay you 300k a week, bro. Like, no one ain't paying you that, brother. Just reduce your salary and you can get your move. World Cup next year, you'll be all right. But my man's moving mad. He don't even want to do that. This is why I think he's the worst Man United player. So, yeah, man, Fenerbahce's inquired. Napoli's involved. Juventus is involved. But he don't want to reduce his salary, and he's on 300k a week. 300k. So who's going to really grab him? And you got the World Cup coming up next year, bro. You should have aspirations to say, you know what, I'm going to reduce my salary, go over there, and then smash it. Thomas Tuchel's in the seat and put me in the England team for the World Cup. But it seems like he don't care about all of that. Guy's on a joke team. Obviously, it came out yesterday. This is about yesterday when it said that he reached an agreement with Napoli from Damasio. Like the article I just showed you just now, that's Fabrizio basically saying that, yo, they haven't agreed terms because you don't want to reduce his salary. So, yeah, that's the story with Sancho in the last 2 days. He's reached an agreement, personal terms, from Damasio, who's Italian, but then another Italian source has come out, Turkish source, sorry, have come out and said Fenerbahce, who is obviously Jose Mourinho's team, they want to sign Sancho, but they can't afford to sign him with the salary he's asking for. He's on 300k a week. So nobody ain't going to sign him for 300k a week. Do you understand? So Napoli's in the mud right now where they can't sign him. I remember they got Kevin De Bruyne. He's on 300k a week. They want to sign a striker. They got Lukaku. You know what I'm saying? They've got players on high wages over there, so they can't afford to cover another player with a high wage. It's not going to make no sense for them. So that's what's going on with Sancho. Let's go to the boy Mbuemo. Yeah? It's coming out that we're basically made a second bid by saying we're going to pay £63 million. Do you understand? This is from Rudy Galletti and Valentin Thurlin. Both of them are saying the same thing. They're saying Man United are willing to pay £63 million add-ons to sign Brian Mbuemo. Personal terms have already been agreed. Find the details, Brentford. It just needs to be finalised and then it's done. I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true Rudy Galletti is. I've seen a few Man United fan accounts quoting him, so he can't be the worst. He must be a journalist. But this is what's going on, and this is what is the word right now, that Manchester United are set to pay the 63 million plus add-ons for Brian Mbuemo. So that's Rudy Galletti and Valentin Furlan basically reporting about it. A lot of the Man United fan accounts are reporting about it. So you can't just be at anybody. So I thought I'll report about it and let everyone know what's going on. You know, I'm here 3 times a day, letting you know all the Man United news. So it's interesting to see. This is true. They should get the deal done. That's what they wanted the whole time. They wanted 60 million plus add-ons. So if we've come in there with 63 million add-ons, it seems like it's a bit steep, to be honest, but it should get the deal done. So if this is true, and Mbuemo, here we go, mate. It should be pending. Literally. Rudy Galletti is 50-50. Sometimes wrong, sometimes right. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't really know much about him, to be honest. I've heard his name a few times, but I don't know much about him to sit down and say if he's reliable or if he's not. But I just know that a lot of the Man United accounts that I follow that report all the news, they report journalists from different countries, whatnot, and they're reporting him. Rudy Galletti, Valentin Furlan, and he's basically saying 63 million. And remember, there was a time where there was Portuguese outlets that were kind of small, and they were reporting stuff about Gyökeres. And we was like, whatever, man, this is probably fake, whatever. And then it came out to be true. Fabrizio and I heard about all of it late. They hit them later in the day. So sometimes you got to start with these little guys that are in the city or whatever. They find out little bits, and then it just spreads to the mainstream news after a while. It's a bit weird still. It's a bit weird. But Mbuemo, 63 million with add-ons. This is Rudy Galletti and Valentin Furlan. This is what they're saying. Personal terms have already been agreed. I already know that from Fabrizio. But yeah, it's being stated now that we've made a bid, a second bid, for 63 million plus add-ons. They want Cunha money. Cunha cost 62 million. So if we're doing 63 million, we're overpaying a little bit. That's crazy. But it should get the deal done. If this is 100%. Mister. You get me? But yeah, man, this is what's going on, man. This is the news for today. Is Mbuemo's deal, is it a hundo? And if it is a hundo, when are we getting this? Here we go. When is this getting finalized? So we can just add him onto our roster for the next week, for the next season. Because at first it was, we're getting Mbuemo and Cunha, they're going to be the 210s, and then we're getting a striker. Now Mbuemo's been looking shaky. We can't even bank on that. So now to be seeing all of these little, obviously I put Fabrizio yesterday. Fabrizio was saying there were still ongoing talks, etc. So, which is all good. It's always good when it's still ongoing and you're not hearing, talks are broken down, talks have stalled, blah, blah, blah. So it's interesting to see what happens, man. The boy Mbuemo, man, we need him. We need him at OT, man. Let me show you a few of his stats. Let me show you a few of Mbuemo's stats, man. Let me show you how we need this guy at OT, bro. Brian Mbuemo scored just 1 league goal fewer than the whole Manchester United attack last season, bro. 1 league goal fewer than our whole attack. You know how crazy that is, bro? It's one player scored more goals, 1 less goal than our whole attack put together. Look at that. They've got 4 players in there. That's crazy, bro. Look at him and Cunha together. Look at Cunha's stats. 15 goals for Cunha, 6 assists. And Mbeumo got 20 goals and 8 assists. And you might sit there and think, he only done it with the lesser teams. He didn't really go in. Let me show you that every team he scored against an assist. Liverpool, he didn't score assists. You got to remember, this is home and away, yeah? This is the 38 game, the whole season. So when they played them at home and away. Arsenal, he scored a goal against. Man City, he never scored against. He scored against Chelsea. He scored against Newcastle twice and assisted. He blanked against Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, scored 2 goals against Brighton and assisted. He assisted 2 against Bournemouth. He can't score against his old team, Brentford. He could score an own goal, but he obviously didn't. Fulham scored. Crystal Palace 2 goals. Everton blanked. West Ham scored. United assist. Wolves 2 goals. Tottenham scored. Leicester City scored an assist. Ipswich Town scored 2 and assist. And in Southampton 4 goals and 1 assist. Obviously, like I said, it's home and away. It's the 2 times that they played all these teams. You didn't score 4 goals and assist in 1 game against Southampton. It's 2 games. So this is what I'm saying. This is what my man's on. Look how much. This is basically every team, bar 4 or 5 teams. So this is not a player that just, it's just against the big teams when they counter-attack or the less teams. No, he scores against everyone. You understand? Literally, he scores against every single team, more or less. So you got to give it to him, man. He's going to be a good purchase, man. Hopefully we get through the line. Hopefully the second bid is 100%. And yeah, man, Mbuemo's got to come to the theatre, bro. We need this type of performance, bro. We need these type of players. I couldn't tell you the last Man United player to score 20 goals, apart from Rashford. And I don't even think that was 20 goals in the Premier, you know. I think that was 20 goals in, like, 30 goals in all different competitions. I know Carabao Cup, he went all the way to the final and we won it. We was in Europa that season, FA Cup and Prem. So Rashi's 30 goals, I don't even think it was 20 in the Prem. So I couldn't even tell you the last time a Man United player got 20 goals in the Premier League. Never mind having a player that's just a 10. Not even a striker getting 20 goals. So yeah, man, man's excited to see what happens with Brian Mbeumo, man. But this is what the guy's on. He's on a different thing. He's on a different thing, bro. We need to get this one over the line. ASAP. ASAP. Cunha's already done. Cunha's got 21 GA in 33 games. And then you'll have Brian Mbeumo with 28 GA in 38 matches. Look at that as well. That's 38 matches. So that means he never even missed a game. He played every single game for Brentford. And then you've got guys on our team like Bruno. Bruno's had the most minutes in Europe. And then you've got Mbuemo. This is what we need, availability. Players that not getting ill every minute or they don't play, they get like, come on, man. This is what we need, man. We need this, man. The man scored 1 less goal than our whole attack. You know how crazy that is, bro? So big up Mbuemo, man. Hopefully the rumours are all true and we have made a second bid and he does come to the theatre and he links up with Cunha and then we get a striker, bro. It seems like we're starting to kind of sell players as well. Like there's bids coming in and whatever. There's a lot of talks that are strengthening. Antony, Sancho, Rashi to Barca. So hopefully we can start getting rid of some of these players while replacing them. Because we're really, we're getting linked to a lot of players now, man. It's really thing. Let me show you a little bit more news as well that's out here. Antony, this has come out this morning as well. Antony's just basically said his priority is Real Betis and he wants to move there. He don't want no one else. I just want to go to Real Betis and that's it. And then we've got Sean Connolly that's come out and said that Man United officials continue to will deal throughout a crucial summer window. Roger Fernandez is just like Ahmad. Literally, he's probably going to be about 25 million or something as well, cheap. He's just like another Ahmad. He can play in the 10. He can play as wing back. So we need like more players like that are trickery. You don't know what they're going to do. So Ahmad might be going to AFCON. Ahmad and Mbuemo and Onana might go to AFCON in December. Remember that AFCON is in December for a month or two, depending on how far they go in the competition, of course. So Onana, Ahmad, and Mbuemo, if he signs, are going AFCON. So we got to remember that as well. So we got to buy more players just in case to slot into them little slots. That's the thing about AFCON, bro. It's a big tournament, literally a big tournament in Africa. They've got to respect it, man, and give it its own time. Look at Club World Cup. We gave it its own time right now with nothing ain't going on. Why don't they put AFCON on these type of times, man? Do you know what I'm saying? But you're doing it mid-season. Like, that's crazy, bro. You're not respecting it. So, yeah, Antony's always said he wants to go Real Betis and only Real Betis. Fabrizio said it yesterday. It came out yesterday as well, the day before, that he's willing to take a 30% wage cut from his 150k a week wage to make it happen. Big up Antony, man. Big up Antony. Yeah, he's willing to take a wage cut. He's realised, listen, Real Betis is where I need to be. They want me. That's my level. I'm going to take a wage cut and go there. All parties want a permanent transfer of Antony. Man United are not willing to give a favour to Real Betis and allow them to extend the loan. No, because we've done what we need to do where we've gave you him as a loan. He's lit up. Now Atletico Madrid want him. Juventus. There's more teams in for him. We just want our money. We don't care who comes. So they know that now. So now they're trying to make it happen. They're going to sell a geezer called Johnny Cardozo. Once they sell him, they should be coming for Antony. So big up Antony for taking the wage cut. Because like I showed you just now, Fenerbahce wants Sancho. Napoli wants Sancho, but he doesn't want to take a wage cut. He does not want to reduce his salary. Look at Fabrizio, the top dog. He's saying the same thing. Napoli will pay the money for Sancho. The transfer fee is not a problem, but the salary is too high. The geezer's on 300k a week. He doesn't want no wage cut. And this is coming from the big dog Fabrizio and the top dog in Turkey, Yago. And he's saying Fenerbahce want to sign him now. We know Juventus want to sign him as well. We know Napoli are in for him. Look, it says it on both articles. But his salary is too crazy. Like, you're not a 300k player. The Glazers went mad with that one. So now he's got to get himself to reality, have some aspirations and say, you know what, the World Cup's next year. Let me drop my waist to about 200, get a club, make the World Cup. Thomas Tuchel, he should be able to take me in. Remember, if you go to these leagues a bit slower as well, so you can go over there, rip it up. Look at McTominay at Napoli. So you can go over there, rip it up, bro. Do your thing. But I said it as well. Like, how are they going to pay him 300k a week when they've got the Brainer that just went there? He's going to be on a mad wage. You got Lukaku that plays for them. He's on a mad wage. And then they're trying to buy another striker in Darwin Núñez. So you think they're going to pay him 300k a week after they've got De Bruyne, Lukaku, and maybe Darwin Núñez down there? Come on, man. Drop your wage, big man. You don't want to reduce your salary. Drop your wage. Go to the World Cup next year. Put in the work and go to the World Cup. Have some aspirations. He just wants to get paid. Why would you not drop your wage, bro? No one ain't going to afford to pay you that. This is why Chelsea had to turn around. So, yeah, bro, you got an exciting project in the Napoli one. They just won the league. They won a striker. They got McTominay bossing it, Lukaku. They want you to be the winger. Go over there, do what you need to do, bro. Champions League football, everything. But the man's moving mad. He's moving mad where he doesn't want to drop his wage. He's feeling himself. So, yeah, Fenerbahce won him as well, basically. That's Jose Mourinho's club. So he's getting offers. But then as soon as they're having a convo with him, he's just saying, I want my 300k a week. I'm not dropping it. And everyone's walking away saying, what? 300k? You're right. Who on 300k is worth 25 million? No player is worth 25 million on 300k. That's already a red flag. Do you understand? So we messed up on our side from our old regime, giving these players these bundle deals. Now you can't move them on. So it's our fault that we're even in this position. That's why he has to go for 25 million, because imagine having to come and pay 50 million and then deal with the 300k. That's crazy. So 25 million, just a little fee. Give it. I think they'll let him go for free. I actually think Man United will let him leave for free. Remember, his contract runs out next year. If they could, they'll let him leave for free, because I don't think it's the money, the 25 million that's bothering him. It's the 300k a week. That's 1.2 million every month. That's what's bothering United. That's what's messing us up. Look how much cuts they're doing and all that. You think they don't need that 1.2 million? Come on, man. For a geezer that ain't even playing for us. He's never going to play again. He's not intense enough for Ruben's thing. People are saying he ain't got a problem with Ruben. I can't see him. I can see him coming back. I can't see him coming back. He's not intensive. Yeah, what Ruben wants, intensity and players that are athletes, that don't suit him, bro. So, yeah, I can't see it happening with Sancho. He doesn't want to drop his wage. He's linked to Napoli, linked with Fenerbahce, and he's linked with Fenerbahce, Napoli, and Juventus. But he doesn't want to drop his wage, so he's stalling all the deals. He could have been gone by now. But that's why I got to big up Antony, because Antony's taking a 30% pay cut to make it happen to go Real Betis. And he's saying, I only want to go to Real Betis. There's clubs coming in for him, left, right, and centre. Como, I heard Atletico Madrid, I heard Juventus want him. And he's just saying, listen, priority for me is Real Betis. Do you understand? He's realised that's my level, bro. I went there, I ripped it up, they showed me love. This is the league for me. He's realised himself. Like, sometimes you got to go back to reality. He came to Man United. He had all the passion. It wasn't really working, but he always showed passion that he wants to win, etc. It's over there, Real Betis. All the best for. I hope all the best for him. And every time he scores, I'm happy for him. Do you know what I mean? But we don't need to do revisionism as well. Every time we see someone doing good somewhere, we shouldn't have let them go. McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, every minute. Fred, I'm hearing so much names. Revisionism galore. You can't let someone go and just, when they were here, it wasn't working. So you went somewhere else. And that might suit you better. Elanga is in Nottingham Forest. They play counter-attack football. It suits him better. So now he's doing his thing. He's scoring all these goals. Well done. Happy for you. But it's not, we should have sold him. Every time a player's doing good, you got to just cry about it. You know what I mean? That's the thing about our fan base, man. A lot of crying all the time, but you can't just move on. So yeah, big up Antony, man. His priorities Real Betis. He's getting offers left, right, and centre. But he only wants to go Real Betis, and he's willing to take a pay cut for 30% to make the deal even happen. So big up Antony, man. All parties want it to happen. Man United, Real Betis, he wants to go. So that seems like it's going to happen real soon. And this is what we need. We need to push these guys out. Because after the Mbuemo deal, we ain't got no money until we start selling some of these guys. Sancho doesn't want to leave until he gets his actual 300k. That's what's killing us with him. And then, yeah, so I'll go back to Mbuemo in a second. And it's just Onana, obviously, he basically came out yesterday, Rob Dawson, saying that unless Ruben tells him, yo, I want you to go, you're surplus to requirements, he's going to stay. And then Hurst Class said that, yeah, Monaco have made contact with Onana. But Fabrizio Romano is saying no one has. So it's all over the place. But Fabrizio said yes, the day before yesterday, that no one has. Hurst Class came out yesterday. So I don't know if in that time something happened or not, because Hurst Class is meant to be reliable as well. But we need Onana to go. He has to go. Like, he's another one that has to go. Do you understand? Onana has to go. Højlund. Like, there's so much, a few of these players that need to go. But it's like, because he's a big say in the dressing room, Onana. He's got a big character. You can see him on the pitch. The guy runs from the goal kick for a free kick. There'll be a free kick. He'll run from the goal line to say something for the free kick. Like, you're not needed to be there. He's got a big character. So I don't think they want to unsettle him. So that's why I think they're not telling him, yeah, we want you to leave. They're leaving him. But if a bid comes in, they're going to push him out. 100%. We're linked to too much goalkeepers for some type of smoke not to be around. Emi Martinez is going crazy. Lamens. Every minute we're linked with a different goalkeeper. Nearly every day. But yeah, man, the big news today anyway is about Mbuemo, Rudy Galletti, Valentin Furlin. They've come out and said Mbuemo, basically Man United are willing to pay 63 million and plus add-ons. It was always the Cunha money. That's what they were saying. We want the Cunha money, which is 62.5 million. That's how we rate Mbuemo. We want the same money you paid for Cunha. And then we don't know what happened, but now they started talking about 70 million or something. I think it's Man United tax. But Rudy Galletti, who is 50-50 sometimes right, sometimes wrong, but we report everything. Anything Man United, we pull it in here. And he's getting quoted by a lot of like Man United aggregate pages that will like any Man United news. So yeah, man, it's exciting to see what happens, man. Hopefully this is true. We're willing to pay the 63 mil. We wrap it up, and then Mbuemo's here. This long thing is long. Like sitting there, is he gonna come? Is he not? You got to remember, we got pre-season in 27 days now. So 27 days we're going on pre-season, and that's the thing. We need in 27 days. We need at least some players to be there so that he can embed all these new ideas and they can adapt for Ruben Amorim. I don't want it to be a thing where some of them are coming late, they didn't get to have a proper pre-season, etc. Obviously, we're doing the Prem proven thing, so it might be a bit easier anyway because it's in the Prem, but still, we need them to be able to gel with each other. Do you understand? So we need to be wrapping these up, man. 27 days until pre-season. Come on, bro. We need to wrap these up. So hopefully this is true. Obviously, we're going to wait for Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein to fully confirm everything, but sometimes it starts from the little guys. When we was reporting on Sporting and the Gyökeres, I reported first with one of their Portuguese journalists about, they've had an argument with the agent, and people was like, nah, man, just wait for blah, blah, blah. And it came out to be true. 4 hours later, Fabrizio came out and said, they've had an argument with the agent. So you just never know. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a Man United channel. I report all Man United news 3 times a day. I hit you at lunchtime, afternoon, evening. I'm out here. I'm letting you know everything that's happening. But yeah, man, we need the money, man. We need some of these players to go. And then hopefully we could just wrap this up. Let me show you some stats about Mbuemo. And this is whatever serious player that we're dealing with right now. Brian Mbeumo just scored 1 less goal than Man United's entire attack last season. 1 less goal. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah, we cannot walk away from this deal. We have to make this happen. Because one thing we haven't had in the last couple of years is goal scorers. Yeah? So to have someone like Brian Mbuemo who scored the 1 less goal than our whole attack is crazy. Do you understand? Look at Cunha's numbers as well. 15 goals and 6 assists. That's 21 GA in 33 games. And then you've got Brian Mbuemo who scored 20 goals and 8 assists. 28 in 38. That is madness for Brentford, a counter-attacking team. A team that's not meant to have loads of shots on goal. Remember that, They're meant to counter-attack. So more time, they haven't got the ball. And he still scored 28 GA in 38 games. And pay attention to that 38 games, That's how much you play in the Prem. You play 38 games every single season in the Prem. So he didn't even miss a game, bro. That's the availability we need. That's Bruno numbers. You know what I'm saying? So big up Mbuemo, man. We need to wrap this one up. Hopefully all the rumors are true. We wrap this one up. We've got Cunha already. We get Mbuemo. And I showed the tally already. I'll put it back on. This is everyone he scored against. So it's not, he only counter-attacks against the big teams. I see a couple of Arsenal fans saying he just counter-attacks against the big teams. And it's not, he just picks on the small teams. He's doing it to everyone. He scores against anyone and everyone. Yeah? He blanked against Liverpool. You got to remember, this is home and away. This is the 38 game. This is not all in one game. This is home and away. You play everyone twice. Blanked against Liverpool. Scored against Arsenal at the Brentford Stadium. I remember that goal. Blanked against City. Scored against Chelsea. 2 goals against Newcastle and an assist. Didn't score against Aston Villa. Didn't score against Forest. 2 goals against Brighton and an assist. 2 assists against Bournemouth. He can't score against his old team. Fulham scored a goal. Crystal Palace 2 goals. Everton no goal. West Ham scored a goal. Assist against Man United. 2 goals against Wolves. Tottenham bagged. 1 goal, 1 assist against Leicester. 2 goals, 1 assist against Ipswich. And 4 goals and an assist against Southampton. So this is all home and away stats for Brian Mbeumo last season. Look at that. If you just covered up Brentford, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's only didn't score against 5 teams in the Premier League. Literally. 5 teams. That's impressive, man. When you've got 19 teams to play against, he just didn't score against 5. And he's playing for a team that counter-attacks in Brentford. They're not meant to have the ball. They don't have the ball. They don't want the ball. They just counter-attack. And he got 28 GA. That's madness. We need to wrap this one up ASAP, man. This is a baller. Let's see what they're saying. Until it's Romanian or you can't agree to any news. Yeah, that's how it goes. But this is what it is. You see, sometimes Fabrizio and Ornstein, they're late. See, when you're doing this thing, what I'm doing, when you're reporting the news, sometimes you get it from other places first, you report it, even you don't think it's all true. You might think, maybe they're just talking. And then 3-4 hours later, Fabrizio will come out and talk about it. I've done it a few times, especially with Gyökeres. His news, his saga. It was coming out in Portugal a lot. Record Portugal. Like, that's the exact source, Record Portugal. And people are like, who is this source, man? Like, let's wait for Ornstein and that. So they will come out and say, the sporting director, the sporting president's having arguments with Gyökeres' camp, and I'm posting it, and people are saying the same thing, and then bam, Fabrizio will come out saying it. Yep, it's toxic between them, And then I said the same thing about Man United. Remember when Gyökeres said he prefers Arsenal? I posted that. Obviously, you're kind of new to the channel because you would have seen it, but I posted that before. Record Portugal, Man United, Gyökeres favours Arsenal, Man United out of race. That's what they said. I posted it at 9 in the morning. I didn't think nothing of it. Oh, whatever, man. What are they talking about? It got to about 7 o'clock that day. Fabrizio come out. Gyökeres favours Arsenal. You got what I'm going to say? So I've understood that you can't sleep on none of these guys. You got to give everyone time. And then obviously that's the big dogs though. Fabrizio Romano and us, Ornstein, when they say it, it's final. Do you understand? There's no question mark at the end, nothing. This is what it is. So yeah, man, you got to give everyone some time still. We can use Sancho and Antony money to get Edison and Garnacho money to get Gyökeres. You see, with Garnacho money, we can get everyone. This is what you don't understand. You see, Garnacho or Rashford, because they're from our academy, the amortization, we can spend 3 times the amount that they go for. This is why a lot of people sell their academies. Chelsea sold Conor Gallagher, Man City sold Cole Palmer. Like, this is what happens. Chelsea love selling academy. Mason Mount, they want to sell Chalobah now because you can spend triple the amount. So how it works is, I'll break it down for you, is let's just say we get 50 million for Garnacho. Now we can spend 150 million this summer. That's how it goes. But you got to remember, most deals are done in installments anyway. So even if we got 150 million to spend, we can go to Brentford, for example, offer them 60 million and pay 20 million this year, 20 million the next year, 20 million the year after that. So you could just, so for this year, it'll only be 20 million out of the budget. You still got 130. That's how it goes. So you can spend so much money from your academy. That's why Chelsea are doing all these mad rebuilds where they're 20 players in, 20 players out, because they're selling their academy and then they're just paying small fees up front. So they'll pay for someone that's 21 million, they'll pay 7 million this year, 7 million the next year, 7 million the year after. So for this year, they've only took 7 million out of their out of their budget, and then they could do it with another player, another 10 million. So altogether, they're probably only spending 50 million this year on 6 players or something. That's how it works. Amortization. So just selling Garnacho or Rashford, we can go out there and buy everyone that we really want to. With Sancho and Antony, Sancho is more his wage. That's why we need to get rid of him. The 300k is crazy. The 1.2 million is madness. It's killing them. Do you understand? And he's not even playing. So they're having to, and you got to remember, he's back now. Before, they were splitting it with Chelsea. So maybe like they're only doing like 600k a month or something like that. Now it's 1.2 million because they're paying for the whole Sancho wage. And he doesn't even want to drop his wage. See how mad it is. But yeah, man, I don't know if we'll get Edison, you know. I know we're very linked with him, but I think Saudi want him as well, isn't it, Edison? So it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. A lot of people say he's just like Ugarte, but I don't know. I've seen him score a bit more goals and he's a bit physical and he's got a bit more tech to him. Please, are we going to sign Gyökeres? It's up to if Arsenal want him, you know. Sadly, we're back up to Arsenal right now. You get me? We literally got to wait to see what Arsenal want to do. If Arsenal want Gyökeres, we're not getting Gyökeres. If Arsenal want Benjamin Tesco, who it seems like they've been wanting the whole time, if Arsenal go for Benjamin Tesco, we're good. We should get Gyökeres. So hopefully Arsenal go for Benjamin Tesco, and yeah, we go for Gyökeres. If Rashford stays, then what do you think of the front three? I don't mind Rashford staying, man, but I just don't think it's realistic. I think he's fell out with Ruben. It's done. It's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I think realistically thinking, Rashford ain't going to stay. But I would like Rashford to stay. I wouldn't mind him. Do you understand? He's way better than Højlund. If we had Rashford up front than Højlund last season, we would have won more games. I'll tell you that for free. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So I would like Rashford to stay, man. But I just know it's not reliable. He's not going to stay in it. Ruben Stern, Man United want to push him out because of his wages. Rolls on 325k a week. Rashford's dream is to pay for Barca if he does leave Barcelona United. So I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to end up loaning him probably to Barcelona. or somewhere else, Bayern Munich or something. I can't see him staying. But if it was viable, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with Rashford staying. You understand? He's way better than Højlund. Do you know what I mean? But it's just not realistic, innit? Like the guy wasn't even making the bench. That's how mad it is. He was watching the games from home, and there was that one game. I think it was it Liverpool or something, that we couldn't. We had so much injuries that we put bare academy kids on the bench, and we couldn't fill the full bench that we had to bring Rashford just to sit there for the whole game. So I already know it's not happening. It's not happening. Mate, what do you think by getting which players and which position we can finish top 4? Osimhen, man. We need Osimhen. We need a proper striker, man, that can score goals, man, that can header the ball, so we don't need to send Harry Maguire there in the last 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we need a proper striker, but we need some height in the team, man. If you look at last season, I think we was top, or we finished within the top ranges of conceding from set pieces. We ain't got no height in the team. No one headers the ball. The only people that header the ball in our team is Harry Maguire, De Ligt, or Casemiro. I don't think he's going to play Casemiro like that anymore. I think he just adapted after we lost a few games and said, you know what, I'm going to play a bit counter-attack. He put someone next to Casemiro and make it happen. I don't think he wants to play Casemiro. And if he's gonna implement his system now, where we're all going to be intensifying and running and moving mad, I don't think Casemiro will play like that. So if Casemiro's not playing, and then you've got Harry Maguire or De Ligt, only one of them plays at a time. You barely see both of them. So we've got only Harry Maguire that can header a ball properly. That's the only person you have faith in scoring or headering the ball. That's the only players I've got faith in. It's Harry Maguire, De Ligt, or Casemiro. If you take De Ligt out of it, because he's not playing because Harry Maguire is, and Casemiro's not playing, who's going to header a ball? And I'm talking about defending corners and scoring goals. So we need a striker that can header the ball at least, and on top of that, get some, like, we'll link with Branthwaite. Like, we need more players like that, man. We need some height. Onana from Villa, I know they got to sell. This is what we need, man. Do you understand? We ain't got no height. And look at Mbuemo. Mbuemo's not the tallest guy in the world either. So he's coming in. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's another key. Like, we're going to have the intensity and everything, but we need height as well. You got to be defending set pieces. You got to be scoring goals. Imagine it's a 0-0. We're playing someone like Liverpool or something. It's 0-0. It's the 85th minute, and you're just launching the ball in the box now. We need someone that can just change the game. Look at Harry Kane for Tottenham. How much time did he bail them out randomly? They were having stinkers, and Harry Kane would just score a mad header from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So I think we definitely need a striker. We need a top midfielder, 100%. Belabor. I think we're going to go for next season, you know. I don't think we're prioritizing midfield this season. I think this season is get the goals in, maybe change the keeper if it gets to that. If a bid comes in for Onana or Bayern there, we'll change them. But I think they're prioritizing goals right now. Let's get the goal scoring going. Because we haven't scored, I think, over 56 goals or something in the last 3-4 years. That's crazy. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think Belieber will come in next year. Or we'll go for someone, Belieber, Wharton, you know, like them type of players. Someone on that stature will go for them next year. But hopefully we've got Champions League, so we can even attract everyone. Because look at what's happening with us this year, where the Laps are rejecting us. Gyökeres is saying he prefers Arsenal because of Champions League. We can't go in there next year. We don't know where Brighton's going to be. Brighton might be in Europe or something, or in Champions League as well. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's a mad one still. Where will Sancho end up? Napoli or Juventus? It's a weird one, man. This is what I'm saying, bruv. This guy don't want to drop his wage, bruv. He came out yesterday saying that, yeah, he's reached an agreement with Napoli, giving him priority over Juventus. So he wants Napoli. Juventus and Napoli are both interested in Sancho. But the geezer, like, it's just come out just now because Fenerbahce won him as well, which is Jose Mourinho's team, that he doesn't want to drop his wage. Sancho will not reduce his salary. So everyone's inquiring about him, saying, yeah, Sancho, we want you in our team, we want you in our project. And then they say, and then you turn around and say, oh no, I don't want to drop my wage. I'm on 300k. That's it. You either pay it or not. Napoli's not going to pay him 300k. You've got De Bruyne in. De Bruyne must be on a mad wage. You've got Lukaku there. Lukaku's going to be on a mad wage. And you're trying to buy Darwin Núñez. What's Darwin Núñez going to be on? He's going to be on a 200-something K. So they're not going to give that to you, bro. You're £25 million. Clearly, something's going wrong. From the time you're that cheap, something's gone wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. I like Napoli seems like the better project. They just won the league. They got Conte. De Bruyne is there. Like I said, McTominay's bossing it. Lukaku. It seems like a more exciting project. Juventus ain't that bad because they made Champions League as well, but they're not more attractive right now than Napoli. You just won the league. You get what I'm saying? So come on, man. Like, you should go Napoli, and he wants Napoli. Apparently he's prioritizing Napoli, but he just doesn't want to drop his wage. So Napoli don't want to proceed. Napoli does not want to cover the wage of Jadon Sancho's salary, whether on loan or on transfer. The transfer fee would not be a problem for Napoli, but the salary is too high. You know what I'm trying to say? The salary is way too high, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Everyone that's in here, man. I know it's Sunday, it's a chill day. I'm here every day, Monday to Sunday, 3 times a day, giving you the latest Man United news. Lunchtime, afternoon, evening. I'm here, I show up. So make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. You know the algorithm goes mad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I hope that he thinks anyway. I hope that hold on. I hope that he adds up. And he adds it up and he just realizes, look, the World Cup is next year. Let me just drop my wage, play how I need to play, and then Tuchel's going to take me to the World Cup next year. Have some aspirations, man. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I'm just going to get my money. I want my 300K. Drop it to 220 at least, or 200 to get the move. He'll probably go out there and ball out. That's the mad thing about it, because it's so slow over there. So he'll go over there, ball out. You will have half of the Man United fans saying, oh, we shouldn't have sold him, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll go to the World Cup. And then he's back on everyone's radar. Jadon Sancho, hot property. And then someone like Arsenal will come and buy him. Ter Stegen is available. He'll be better than Martinez. Ter Stegen's a bit of a bum as well, though, man. A lot of Barcelona fans always diss him. He makes a lot of mistakes. And that's the thing. See, we don't really watch that league that much, innit? So if we watched it a lot, we would know. But I watch all the Barcelona fans a lot. I see their news, etc. I pay attention on things. And when they're watching their games, they're always on to him. Ter Stegen's made another mistake. Remember, they just bought another goalkeeper, Joan Garcia. So they're trying to kind of phase out Ter Stegen. Do you know what I mean? You've always got a pre. Why are they trying to phase him out? They've got the new up-and-coming keeper there, Joan Garcia. They just bought him because Ter Stegen's been acting up. So it's like, yeah, we want you now. We're not going to kick Ter Stegen out. But if a bid comes in, he's gone. Same thing we're trying to do with Onana. I think if a bid comes in, see you later, bro. But until a bid comes in, we're not going to tell him we want you to leave because he's a big guy in the dressing room. So that's where it is. And remember, Onana is the one that's advising Brian Mbuemo as well, apparently. He's making him want to come. What will Lautaro Martinez cost? He's a good striker. Yeah, he scored last night, didn't he? Someone put it in the chat yesterday that 40 million or something he'll cost. But I've not seen no links to him. So are they even selling him? Someone put in yesterday, why don't we go for Martinez? But no one ain't been linked to him or anything. So are they even selling him? You understand? Are they even selling him? I don't think they're selling him. Manpower, your predictions on Man United's ins and outs in June. You know what it is? You see June the 30th as well, yeah? That's when the PSR thing, the yearly thing ends. So whoever's got problems or close to failing PSR, they're waiting to the 1st of July because the 30th of June is when it ends. So basically, we might be tight right now where it's like, oh, we're 20 million up. But if we spend more than 20 million right now, we're going to fail PSR. So what will happen is we'll wait till July the 1st, then it rolls over now. And then now, I bet any money you'll see from the 1st of July, the transfers are going to be going bananas. Everyone's transfers are going to start going crazy because now everyone's got a year from then, 1st of July, for the PSR. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you'll see. So that's what might be holding up certain deals. Like people don't want to pay the money because, PSR, blah, blah, blah. So they're waiting now to the 1st of July and then the PSR is done. And then it'll be a year. So we ain't been linked with no defenders, you know. We've been linked with no defenders. But I'll take Bissek. Like I said, we need some height in the team, man. We need some height in the team. We need some people that can really header the ball. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't been linked with no defenders. I think what happened was because Heaven came in Remember, Lindelof left. So because Heaven came in, they said, yeah, you know what? We don't have to worry about this position so much. They got that Fredrickson as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, we don't need to worry about this too much. Let's just go for the goals at the moment. That's what I think they're doing, because we haven't been linked with no defenders whatsoever. The closest place to defense that we've been linked with is a goalkeeper. Even CMs, we've barely been linked with any CMs. It's just been attack. A lot of 10s, Eze, Semenyo, and Mbuemo, of course, strikers galore. So it's like, fix our attack right now. That's the main thing. And then next season we'll go for a midfield or defense. I think we'll go from the top down, basically. That's what it seems like is going on. So yeah, we ain't been linked with no defenders, not from what I've seen anyway. You get me? So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see though, but like I said, we need some height in this team, man. We can see there's so much goals last season because we couldn't head the ball. We couldn't head the ball out of the box, and we couldn't score goals that we had to send Harry Maguire up front against Nottingham Forest, against Tottenham in the finals. How much games? Leon, did he bail us out by scoring a header or something? Porto. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. So just get a striker that can header the ball, bro. Get Osimhen or something. That's why I say Osimhen should be number one. He can bully defenders. He's got strength. He scores goals, and he can header the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So get some strikers that can header the ball, man. And we need to. So one striker that's got height and that can header the ball, and a defender, and it changes our whole team. Set pieces, everything, man. You know what I mean? This is mad what we're doing, bruv. We're just conceding goals left, right, and centre. Set pieces galore. Every time we got a corner, you got to remember, it's not just only that we're not headering the ball properly as the defence. We got Onana in goal. So it's scary anyway. They're scared of him. We're scared of him. The defenders show all the time that they're scared of him themselves. They don't trust him. The ball will come in, they'll just header it out. You know what I'm saying? The ball will come on the floor, they'll just boot it out. They don't care. So there's no trust at the back. When any ball is coming in, they just say, yeah, get it out of here. No one ain't taking no chances, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Lukeba, I've heard of him. Who does he play for? Lukeba, is it Leipzig? He plays for Leipzig, don't he? He's good. So Malacia. Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about Malacia as well, you know. I ain't heard one word about Malacia. I don't know what's going on with him, but he done a loan spell to PSV. He's come back. Malacia's come back. Antony, Rashford, Sancho, and who else came back from loan? Yeah, they've all come back from loan, and the only one that we ain't heard nothing about is Malacia. So he's probably gonna go though. He can't hack it, man. Who's Lolia? Oh, Collier. Collier. I think he'll go on loan. You know, I think he'll go on loan. I think Collier should go on loan. Because you got to remember, like I said about CMs, we've got Collier. Let's look at the two in the middle. We've got Collier that can play there. Meno, Bruno, Ugarte, and Casemiro. That's 5. We've got 1 game a week. Remember that. Until FA Cup and Carabao Cup comes, we've got 1 game a week. One thing we was doing for the last 3 years is Thursday, Sunday, Champions League, Tuesday, Saturday, whatever. We was always in 2 competitions for the last 3 years. This is the first time we've got 1 game a week official. So we've already got 5 centre mids. We're not going to go and buy someone else right now. It wouldn't make sense unless someone goes. So if Casemiro goes, we'll go and buy a centre mid. If Collier goes on loan, we'll probably go and buy a centre mid. But right now, to have 5 and only be in 1 competition, I can't see it happening, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It should be linked with Magnum. He'd be cheaper than Martinez. No, should be playing 100%. I saw that. I think the Martinez stuff is crap anyway. About 40 million. He's not going to be 40 million. Do you know what I mean? They're just saying that. It's just getting put out there. Like, I don't rate Ineos with how they've dealt with Man United, cutting the ticket prices, sacking people that have been there for years. I don't rate all that. The one thing I rate them on is their transfers. They don't do the mad stuff. The only one that people are saying is a bit questionable is Ugarte for 50 million. But everyone else is kind of like, the way they've done it, installments and it's been kind of calm. Even the way they get these little gems, Heaven, Obi, Sekou Kone. So I can't see them going in and paying 40 million for a 33-year-old Martinez. That is mad. I know goalkeepers got a long lifespan in football, but I can't see them going to do that. I think that's just talk. You know what I'm saying? They're just chatting. Like, it's not going to happen. Magnum is 21 million or something, 25 million. We should be all over that, mate. My man's cold. AC Milan, they're losing all their core as well. Theo Hernandez is going. Reinders has gone to City. Who else is linked with a move over there? I think Rubic, his name is it Rubic? Whatever his name is. He's linked with a move. A few of them are going to go. AC Milan, they're just falling apart. They ain't got no Champions League. Everyone just leaving. It's gone mad. So Magnum, he wanted to go to Chelsea bad, but Chelsea were taking a piss. They were saying they want to give 14 million for him. He's only got 1 year left in it, so maybe that is a smart deal, but they want 25 million. So we should take over that right now and go, yo, 20 million or something and take that. But we can't afford it unless one of these bozos go, bro. Onana, I'm buying there. Bozos. We've got 2 bozos in goal. We can't even replace them. Bayern there had 1 good game and everyone got gassed against Arsenal in the FA Cup. 1 game. And then he's been a bozo ever since. Look at the goal Morgan Rogers scored. That was a goal, bro. You understand? VAR done us a favour for once. It's crazy, blood. So sure. Luke Shaw, he is pony, man. I think he cost us that goal in the Europa final, man. I think he's so pony. You understand? Obviously, I thought, yeah, him being an LCB because he's good at passing and what, he'll probably be better. But, bruv, he just needs to go, bro. And this is the longest he's probably gone without getting injured. But fucking hell. Nobody wants our players. I say this every day. This example, I'm back to give it to you, yeah? I say it every single day, yeah? See, Saudi, when it was time to bail out everyone else, they were ready. Liverpool, Firmino, Henderson, Fabinho. Yeah, we'll take you, bro. Come. Your time's up in the Prem, come. When it was Chelsea's turn, Koulibaly, Kante. Yeah, we'll take you, bro. Come. Don't worry about it. Bro, we need your help now, Saudi, bro. Casemiro, Onana, Luke Shaw. We've got 3 people here for you. They don't want to bail us out, bro. No one wants our players. No one's even been linked with Casemiro since June the 1st. No one's even been linked with him. 22 days or whatever's gone past. 22 days in this month. Not one link of Casemiro. Nobody wants him. You got to remember, the MLS is slow as well, you know. The American League, MLS, they don't even want him. It's like every single person is watching Man United games. It's crazy, bro. It's like everyone watches the same thing we watch. Because sometimes you'll go through something and someone will still come and take these players. But no one wants these players, bruv. No one. It's like everybody watches the game and says, nope, no, stay away from him. You know what I'm saying? Casemiro, yeah, he played the right last season. Don't get it twisted. But come on, like, you're not going to, in Europe, you ain't going to build something around Casemiro. But all these slow leagues, even them, they don't even want to come and just do us a favour, bro. Kone should be going on loan still. Sell Shaw, Kone on loan. Kone's a baller, though. And that was for £1 million or something as well. 4 million or something. This is what I'm saying, man. The new regime in transfers, you got to give it to them. Them man are jamming it up, bro. They're doing well, man. Amas on loan. If we get another left back, then Amas could go on loan. I think he just needs physicality needs to be there. But I think he's a good player, though. But definitely loaning. But I think we need to start loaning these players as well. The ones that we see a future in, loan them in the Premier League or Championship. The ones that we don't see a future, Antony, Sancho, Højlund, send them to abroad. Because abroad, they're going to have more space. They're gonna look better, basically. Rashford and Sancho both went on loan. Aston Villa fans are not crying that they didn't sign Rashford. Chelsea fans didn't really care that Sancho went back. That's what I'm saying. So the players that we don't want at our club, when they're going on loan in the Prem, they're not lighting it up where it's like, oh my God, we have to sign him. No one said that about Sancho. I saw that a few people, like 25 million, yeah, I'll sign him, but they didn't really care. Do you know what I'm saying? And Rashford, he had 2 goals in like 17 games or something like that. But he did do a bit of assist and he linked up well with Sancho. But Aston Villa fans didn't sit there and go, we need to sign Rashford. That's what I'm saying. So when they're getting loaned out in the Prem, it's not working. Do you know what I'm saying? So just loan them out abroad. Go Bayern Munich. Go Antony. Look at Antony. He went out there. He balled out. Now a lot of teams want him. He wants to stay at Real Betis. It's perfect. Do you understand? Everyone was watching him. Mason Mount. I think Ruben likes him. I think this is the season for Mason Mount. See this season that's coming up now. This is Mason Mount's do or die. You've got to stay fit and you've got to go hard. Because you've got to remember, we're going to have Mbuemo and Cunha up top anyway. So if we've got Mbuemo and Cunha up top, in the 10, sorry, you're barely going to get a game anyway. Probably they'll do like a 70-minute and then you come on. Maybe you'll get an FA Cup start or a Carabao Cup. So you've got to prove yourself that when you're coming off the bench and when you're starting these games, you're doing what you need to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So, because he's not going to be starting now. And this is the good thing about it. If we sign Mbeumo, 100%, is that we've got our thing set now. So all these players that we was relying on before, Mason Mount was a kind of a starter. When you look at it, kind of. Garnacho, starter. Hoyland, starter. All these players, they're not starters no more. Even if they all stayed. Let's just say that Garnacho stays. He's coming off the bench. And I think that's better for him anyway, to come off the bench, tie your legs, do what you need to do. It's more easier for him. But when he's starting and all that, it's crazy. I don't know about Wissa, you know. I like Wissa. Wissa's from my country, but I think he's a counter-attack player. And the way Ruben was saying, even when we play Liverpool, he's like, we're playing a bit too defensive. In the future, we will not be this back. So I think we need to be unlocking defenders. So Wissa, a lot of these goals, I think every goal I've seen from Wissa, majority of them have been like counter-attack goals or like, you know what I'm saying? It might bounce to him and he just snatch quick from a corner or something, but you don't really see striker goals from Wissa. Not that I've seen. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you will defend the player, take the ball, you know what I'm saying? Take a shot into the net. Wiss is more of a counter-attack player. That's what I think. So I will take him all day at Man United, but I think the way he's trying to play, he wants proper strikers, proper number 9s. Do you know what I mean? Proper number 9s that are strikers. You could put the ball in the box. They're going to header it. They're going to shoot from left, right. They're going to bully defenders. I don't think we're trying to come and be... Wissa was linked with Forest. Some of their Forest, if Wissa goes there, he will ball out. Because they're counter-attacked off. Alanga on the wing, Wissa, mad. Exactly, man. Have to get the outgoing somehow. Yeah, man. This is what I'm saying. And this is what I've said from before. Antony, you got to big him up. You got to clap for him, man, because he's taking a wage cut. He wants to take a 30% wage cut. He wants to go. Real Betis want him. Man United want him to go. So that one's going to happen. That's 100%. They just need to sell Johnny Cardozo, get their money, and then bam, they can buy him. So he's pattern. Antony's definitely gone. Yeah, and he's only on 150k. And then we've got this bozo that I'm about to show you just now, Sancho, that does not want to take a wage cut. 300k he's on, you know, 300k. We got the World Cup next year. Take the wage cut, bro. Go play football. Get into the team. You don't want to take a wage cut. Fenerbahce want him. Jose Mourinho wants you in the Turkish league. I think they're in the Champions League as well. Go over there, ball out. If you don't, Napoli's there. But like big man Fabrizio said, this geezer don't want to take a wage cut from nowhere. He's on 300k. So he's killing us, man. He's killing us. He's killing us, but most importantly, he's killing himself. Because you can go out there and ball out. And you see these leagues, they're so slow that Sancho will ball out there. Everyone will be saying, we should not have sold him and look what he's doing over there. He goes to the Napoli or he goes to Fenerbahce, he's balling out 100%. But it's slower. You've got more time on the ball. In the Prem, it's too fast for him. He's trying to do all of this. They're just pressing him straight away. It's too much. There's so much up and down. You've got to be athletic. Them leagues, you've got time on the ball, bro. You've got loads of time. So I think he should just, sit down. His agent is obviously not the best agent, but he needs to sit down and think about it. Like, you know what? World Cup is next year. Let me just chill out. And if I chill out and go to one of these leagues and ball out, I'm going to make the World Cup. Obviously, he wants Napoli. Napoli is a very exciting project when you look at it. He could be on the right wing. They want to get a striker that might be Darwin Núñez. De Bruyne's there. McTominay's balling out. Lukaku's already there. They just won the league. Perfect. Let me go to Napoli, ball out, all eyes on me, Champions League. Even if he wants a move, he could just go there for 1 year, ball out, and then get his move to wherever he wants to go and get back on his contract where it's from. He might get a Bayern Munich and they pay mad wages, but you're not going to go Bayern Munich right now. They don't want you now. So you've got to fix up and sit there and go, bruv, you know what, bro? I need to just eat some humble pie, basically, because you're not a 300k player. We went crazy even giving him that. We went mad. So this is what I'm saying. The old regime just went crazy, man. It went crazy. But yeah, he don't want to take a wage cut, bro. This is why I big up Antony. And I respect Antony, bro. Because Antony said, you know what? I found my level. I'm not a fucking... I thought I was the guy. I've come to Man United. I've got one left foot. That's all I can go with. I've gone to this league. I found my level. The league is meant to be the second best league. So it's not I'm shit. I've gone to some next league. No, I've gone to the second best league. I found my level. I'm balling out. I love it here. They're showing me love. He was all crying on interviews and that. And he said, yeah, I'm going to take a wage cut. And you got to respect that, bro, because a lot of players don't take wage cut, especially Antony. The man's only on 150k. That's calm. You've got my man on double his wage. And remember, Antony plays for the Brazil team as well. So he's looking at it. Brazil, World Cup is next year. I need to chill. You understand? I need to be smart with it. So big up Antony, man. Big up Antony. You got to respect him, man. You understand? It didn't work out. But one thing about him as well, he always had passion. And I watched two of his get his first 3 games. Remember, he the first game was a debut and he scored against Arsenal. Do you get it? Second game, I can't remember who he played, but I remember he scored. I think it was City. It might have been City. We lost 6-3, but he scored. And then the third game was Everton. And then he scored against Everton. Yeah, Ronaldo scored as well. I watched that game. Yeah. So he scored in his first 3 games. He's passionate. You can tell he's passionate as well on the pitch, but he just ain't got the ability. At least, do you know what I mean? I give him that. Sancho, bro, he's the worst Man United player I've seen. Worse. Nothing adds up. You can't have no argument for him. Goals and assists, nothing. He went away for 3 months, came back, had the madness with Ten Hag, sat down playing Xbox at 3 a.m. And then you've gone on, they've let you go on loan to Chelsea and you're talking about freedom. Come on, bro. You think you can go? You can't go back to Old Trafford. Sancho can't go back to Old Trafford, bro, with that freedom talk. That freedom fighter thing is gone mad. There's no way. So yeah, man. Big up Antony, man. I respect Antony. Took a wage cut, 30%. He wants to leave to go Real Betis. You got to respect that. Real Betis won him, Man United won him. That deal's going to happen. Sancho, this Wally, he doesn't want to take a wage cut. So yeah, he's an idiot. But Fenerbahce won him. Jose Mourinho, and he basically saying, you don't pay me my money. Like, you're not worth it, bro. You've gone mad. So yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Yeah, man. But the big news today is about Brian Mbuemo, which is Rudy Galletti. He came out and said, yo, Man United are willing to pay 63 million with add-ons. Personal terms are already agreed. The finer details of Brentford just need to be defined. And then Valentin Furlan, who worked with Rudy Galletti, basically said the same thing. I hope it's true. Obviously, we're going to wait for one of the big dogs to come out. David Ornstein, Fabrizio, come out and say, yo, this is what's really happening, or it's happened, or it hasn't. But we just report the news and let you lot know every minute. We're on 3 times a day. I tell you like this every day. We're on 3 times a day, giving you all the latest Man United news, lunch, evening, night, afternoon, we're out here. So make sure you get the likes up, algorithm, subscribe. Yeah, make sure you subscribe and you're always paying attention. And I told you, I go to a lot of the games, I do Matchday Vlogs. So a lot of my videos, because you might have just came and you might be new, you'll probably see that, he's just doing the new stuff. No, there's no games at the moment. When the games are on, when we play Arsenal, I'll be at the game doing a Matchday Vlog as well. So make sure you stick around for that. And if you go to a lot of my old school videos, you'll see that I've got vlogs, the Lyon game in Europa, etc. The vlogs are there. I vlogged the game at the stadium. So you can go and check that out as well. We're doing everything here. Once the season starts, you're going to be seeing everything. Match previews, Matchday Vlogs, match reactions, everything. Linking up with other teams and just chatting it out, like the whole lot, man. So make sure you stick around, man. We're here forever. If we sold Bruno, we would have built a complete different team in July. Hopefully title contenders. If Bruno had gone to Al Hilal. Yeah, man. A lot of people say that. I didn't mind either way, innit? If Bruno stayed, it's his passion and he wants to stay. I like Bruno, innit? So I don't mind. And I feel like we need leaders. We can't keep selling all of our. Obviously, some people will say we could have got better, of course. So either way, it would have worked for me. If Bruno left and then we built around it and we brought some other players in, I'm cool with that. But Bruno staying, I'm cool with that too. Because I feel like, obviously, he's a captain for a reason. You can tell he's passionate as well. So he must be a leader in the dressing room. One thing I don't want us to do is have a team full of just young players. So when it gets hard, look at Arsenal. How much times Arsenal bottled the league or whatever? They got so much young players. They got no one to turn to. Their captain, their big dog is Odegaard. Like, come on, bro. So you need to have some senior players still that can tell you, yo, relax, and this is how we do it. Put your head up, man, when it's getting hard. Look at this season, it was hard. If it's just young players, they'll just be sitting there. They wouldn't know what to do. They're just sitting there. So you've got to have some players that's done it to be able to be telling you, yo, not that Bruno's done it, like he's won the Prem or anything, but do you get it? He's thing, innit? He's like a senior player, so I don't mind him. But if he went either way, you could have replaced him with better players, whatever. But yeah, I hear it. Who's buying their link with? He was linked with Göztepe or something. He doesn't want to go back to Turkey, apparently, but he's got to skip out of here. He has to leave. He's terrible. Which keeper are we signing? Mate, let me break the bad news to you, bro. It's coming out. Onana wants to stay. For starters, Onana wants to stay unless he is told he's surplus to requirements by Ruben Amorim. I don't think Ruben wants him. I think Ruben wants him to leave, but we don't want to mess up the dressing room in case he doesn't leave. You can see this guy's a loud guy. He plays a big part. We'll have a free kick. He'll run from the goal line and whisper in Bruno's ear. Like, he thinks he's, you know what I'm saying? He plays a big part to them, basically. So obviously he wants to stay at this coming out. But I think if a bid comes in, we'll push him out. Certain things I think they don't put in the media. They'll put it one way because we're linked to too much keepers. Emi Martinez, apparently Ruben likes Diogo Costa. Who else is there? There's so much players that we've been linked with. Lamens, he's a good keeper from Belgium. Vanja, Milinkovic-Savic, he used to play for us before. So we've been linked with so much keepers that there can't be no smoke without fire. And then he's getting linked to Monaco. So surely something's going on. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think we're going to come out and say we want him to go until, like, it's official. Because he plays a big part in the dressing room, apparently. So why are we going to mess up the dressing room? Tell him, yeah, we want you to go. And then before you know, I remember he's helping us get Mbuemo. He's the one that's been helping us get Mbuemo. He's been in Mbuemo's ear. Like, Man United, make sure, You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe, man. Anyone that's here, hit the like button, man. Subscribe, man. Make sure we're here every day, man. Putting in the work for you lot. Any Man United news, come here first. Trust me, we got you lot. So make sure you like and subscribe. Love for that, Man United. Go again, Ken. I agree with you. Mount must go, not world-class player. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think, you see me, I think Mount is do or die for him next season. That's it. Remember, he's been injured and bare little things that people are got sympathy for him, a lot of people. And Ruben likes him. So I think this season coming up, he's not going to be the number one to start because we're going to have Mbuemo and Cunha. But when he's coming off the bench, when he's playing that FA Cup or Carabao Cup, whatever games he is, he's got to go ham. This is the season for him. If he just goes how he usually like, he has a little season where you don't really see much from him, or he's injured for like 3 months, I reckon he's gone. I reckon they're going to sell him, 100%. If we can sell him. Shaw must go. Injury. Listen, who's coming for Shaw? Remember, I'm here every day, bro, reporting all of this news. Luke Shaw, no one is linked with him. Casemiro, no one is linked with him. So who's coming for these players, bro? 22 days the transfer window's been open for. Not one link. Not even Crystal Palace are thinking about Shaw. You know how they say all these words? Thinking, monitoring, seducing, exploring. They say all these words. Man United are exploring this. Approached, thinking, nothing. No Shaw, no Casemiro, none of them. So I can't see anyone. I can't see anyone going to thing, man. I can't see anyone coming in for them. It's crazy. How far in Mbuemo's deal? Listen, I hope this is true. Rudy Galletti's basically come out and said that were willing to pay £63 million and Valentin Furlin. So hopefully this is true. And they accept it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wait for the big dogs. Don't get it twisted. Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein. But we report everyone. We don't sleep on no one. There's been times I've reported the little low journalists as well. And obviously Man United aggregate pages, and this is a good page for Man United News, they're reporting it. So they've got to be kind of reliable. So, yeah, man, hopefully it's all true and they accept it and we've got Mbuemo. Do you understand? And I was showing a bit of Mbuemo stats for you that missed it. Let me show you what's going on with Mbuemo. Why we need this geezer in our team. Yeah? 20 goals, 1 less than our whole attack. You know how embarrassing that is? You know how crazy that is when you actually think about it? This guy's got 1 less goal than our whole attack. Brian Mbuemo. And the man plays on the wing. He's not even a striker. This is crazy, bro. I'm glad Lindelof has gone. Yeah, Lindelof was shaky, man. Every striker that saw him just licked their lips. Yep, I'm going to get one today. He was shaky. Evans as well. Remember, Evans as well. Evans didn't really have no mad moments, you know, where it's like, oh, it's Evans. He just always came on when we just needed him. Just done a quick job and cut out. So I don't even blame Evans. Onana needs replacement like Martinez a goal. Yeah, but he's 40 million and he's 33 apparently. I don't think that's true, that price, but 40 million is madness. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't even be quoting that. It should be 20, 25s being quoted. In 40 million is never going to happen. Like, I think that's just a gas anyway. But yeah, Martinez is way better than Onana though. Martinez saves penalties. But you know what's crazy though? Let me tell you something. A stat came out yesterday. I saw it on Muppeteers, who's they're really reliable for Man United News as well. You lot should check them out. But he basically said, when you look at all the stats, Martinez makes more mistakes than Onana, but he doesn't play for Man United. So you lot don't see this getting highlighted every day on Sky Sports, TalkSport, all over Twitter, all over the internet, Instagram, because he doesn't play for Man United. And this is what happened. This is how big Man United is. When you make a mistake, it's everywhere. When Harry Maguire was making his mistakes, the whole world was talking about him. Harry Maguire. Now, do you know what I'm saying? Onana makes a mistake, you won't stop hearing about it for 3-4 days because it's Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a big club. But Villa isn't the biggest club. So if Martinez makes a mistake there and there, it's not that bad. Watkins can go 9 games without scoring a goal. No one won't even know. Let Højlund go 4 games. It's everywhere. So you don't got to remember that, man. It's Man United. So Martinez, he might be a bit shaky. He's 33 as well. Mad. Evans and Lindelof gone. Yeah, man, that's a positive, man. We just need to replace them. But I think because Heaven came in, I think he kind of like gave them some breathing space to go, you know what? We can replace them, but not yet. We'll leave it for now. Do you know what I mean? So we'll go for a centre-back and a midfielder next season. That's what I think they're going to do. News on Fenerbahce wanting Sancho. Yeah. I just showed that, you know, bro. It's right here. Fenerbahce have inquired the conditions to sign Jadon Sancho. Napoli are also in talks, but the salary of the player is demanding too much for the Italian club. If Sancho does not reduce his salary, Napoli will not make the move. Nobody's making the move and paying him 300k a week. I'll tell you that for free. Fabrizio Romano, the top dog, he came out as well the other day and said Napoli does not want to cover Jadon Sancho's salary, whether on loan or transfer. The transfer fee would not be a problem for Napoli. That 25 million is cool. We're not paying you 300k a week, bro. It's not happening. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is the obstacle with Sancho. In your head, you should be sitting there and thinking, yo, World Cup is next year. Let me try and work my ass off, get one of these teams, and then go to World Cup next year. He doesn't want to do that. The geezer's saying, I want my 300k, that's it. So it's an obstacle, man. Juventus want him, Napoli want him, and now Fenerbahce, which is Jose Mourinho. And he will go over there and ball out. I know he will ball out because these leagues are so slow. Look at Antony, bro. Antony went to the La Liga, had a field day. If he goes to Napoli, remember, it's an exciting project as well. You got De Bruyne, you got Lukaku. You're going to have a new striker. I think Darwin Núñez is the top striker to go there. McTominay, he won MVP, most valuable player, and you're going to be the winger. You're getting Champions League. You're in the league that you just won. Come on, man. Just drop your wage, bro. They can't afford to pay Lukaku, whatever he's going to be on. Kevin De Bruyne, he's going to be on a mad bag. And then pay you 300k, and you're only 25 million. Like I said, I don't think for us the transfer fee is a problem. I think if we can let him go for free, we'll let him go for free. But what I think it is the 1.2 million we're paying a month, 300k. Oh my gosh, no one ain't gonna pay that, bro. You're limiting yourself. If he dropped it to 200, you could see Arsenal might go in for him. You know what I'm saying? Other teams in the Prem might say, you know what? I'll take Sancho as a backup. 200k, come. Arsenal might go in for him. Chelsea might have kept him. Aston Villa, Newcastle need a right winger. They might have went in for him. But from time you're saying, I want my 300k. You know when Ronaldo does this against Portugal? For Portugal, sorry. It's over. Forget about it. No one ain't paying him that. So until he turns around and hits his head and goes, you know what? Let me drop my wage. I'm gonna be here giving you lot stories every day about Sancho's linked to someone, but he's never gonna get close because Napoli wanna buy him. It's there. The interest is real. Fabrizio Romano, Napoli want him, but he doesn't want to drop his wage. So it's his own fault, man. It's his own fault. Why is Ten Hag not going for his ex-players to help us some funds? Exactly. That's what I said, man. Go for your ex-players, bro. Come take Antony off us. You wanted us to buy them. Højlund, all of these players that you bought, come and get them. But then again, he did want Garnacho, but I heard Garnacho wanted some stupid... Garnacho is basically trying to do this. I'm not leaving the Premier League thing, but if you don't want me, come for me and pay me what I want, basically. He's on this bougie thing. So he's telling them stuff. The wages he's asking for to leave Premier League and go to Bayer Leverkusen is mental. So, yeah, bruv, like... I can't see anyone leaving, man. The only person, like I said before, is close to leaving, and you got to respect him, is the boy Antony. Yeah? He's willing to take a 30% wage cut. Real Betis want him. We want him to go. He's close to leaving. They got to sell Johnny Cardoza, and then we should be all good. That's the only player that is very close to leaving. Everyone wants it to happen. Do you understand? So, and it came out today, literally just looked in the morning, I left the time on there, that Antony has told Man United that his priority is only Real Betis. He wishes it was Barca. But yeah, so Antony is the closest to leave, and he's taking a wage cut. So when you look at the difference between Antony plays for the Brazil team. This is Real Betis. This is not Napoli, you know. It's not like the Barcelona's come in and said, think about it. Napoli won the league in Italy, and Sancho don't want to take a wage cut. Real Betis, who finished like 5th in this La Liga, Antony's gone, no, I'll stay. I'll take a wage cut. I want to play for Brazil still. World Cup is next year. I want to be in the World Cup. I'm going to go there and do my thing. I've realized my level. But Sancho's doing the opposite, where you're going to the best team in that league and saying, I'm not taking a wage cut from you lot. Bro, who are you, bro? Chelsea fans weren't angry when you left. So, yeah, man, big up Antony, man. Antony's the closest to leaving, basically. And, yeah, and I heard that Leverkusen was kind of in for him as well, to be honest. Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, they've been in for him. Like, so that's why Real Betis have to buy him. They can't come with this loan talk no more. You have to buy him now, because if you don't buy him, see you later. Someone else is going to snap him up. Hi, MetricBay. Big up the channel. Love, man. Appreciation. Suspicious. Joseph Mavinga. How come we kept Lindelof for 8 years this morning? But you know why we kept Lindelof for 8 years? Because we had the old regime. Remember this new thing? Like I said to you lot before, let me make it clear. I do not rate Ineos for what they're doing to the staff, cutting the wages and the people that go to the games. I do not rate them for that. But one thing I got to give them, the transfers, they've made it clear what they're on. Like they do smart little deals, etc. I think if they were here and not the Glazers, Woodward and that, Lindelof and these players would have been gone already, because they would have got phased out. But because we didn't know what we was doing before, we're giving them contracts still. We're doing mad stuff. You're giving them the maddest money, etc. So a lot of these players have been able to be here for so long. Luke Shaw has been here for so much years. Bruno, I think Luke Shaw might have been here for about, I couldn't even tell you how long he's been at Man United. But Bruno came 2020 and he's played more games than him. It's crazy. We need a midfielder after the signing of Mbuemo. That's what everyone's saying. We need a midfielder, but we got Maino, Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno, and Collier. 5 players that can play there. Remember, we've only got 1 game a week. So if you've got 5 players that can only play in a midfield that needs 2 people, how's that going to work? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Carabao Cup and FA Cup too, but who's really going to come to sit down right now? Someone's going to be unhappy. So unless we sell one of them 5 players, hopefully Casemiro, then we can bring someone in. So let's just say Collier goes on loan, Casemiro gets sold, we've got 3 now. All right, we can bring someone in and it's 4. 2 play there, 1 can come off the bench every game, and then when it's FA Cup, the other 2 play, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? But I can't see it happening now that we go and get another player and have 6 players for only 2 spots. It's crazy. Who was the strikers being targeted by Man U so far? We got targeted to the lap. He rejected us. Mateta, but I don't know how true that is because he's signing a new deal at Palace, and apparently it's not 40 million. They want like 60 million. Apparently, we want Osimhen, but Osimhen don't want to come to Man United unless Osimhen doesn't want to come to Man United unless we pay his full wage, because we're not in the Champions League. I had an article about it. I'll find it for you right now about Osimhen. But yeah, so Osimhen's basically saying, if you're not in the Champions League and I come to your club, you've got to pay my full wage because I'm doing you a favor. That's what Osimhen's saying. So it's that, and then there's Gyökeres, and obviously Gyökeres he prefers Arsenal, but he doesn't mind us. He hasn't rejected us, but he prefers Arsenal. So we're waiting on basically him to say, what does he want to do? If he turns around and says, all right, if Arsenal turn around and say, we want Benjamin Tesco, we will get Gyökeres, basically. That seems like our thing. This is the Osimhen thing here. Look, Man United are not in the race for Victor Osimhen as the player won't significantly adjust his wage demands. He doesn't want a reduction should his team not play in the Champions League football, which doesn't suit Man United. So he's saying, if you're not playing in Champions League football, I'm going to come to your club. You have to pay me for even being there. The fact that I'm coming to your club and you're not in Champions League, you've got to pay me. Do you know what I mean? So it's not looking good, man. But this is my number 1. I would love for us to get Osimhen. That's the number 1 for me. But his wage is crazy. And you remember, he turned down Saudi. Saudi money is crazy. No tax. He turned them down. From the time he's turning them down, we're finished. I don't think anyone's got a chance. Onana's mistakes are childish. Serious that. Why we want replacement? Yeah, it is. But let me ask you a question, though. What's this question here I'm about to ask? Would you rather have a new striker and keep Onana, or have a new goalkeeper and keep Højlund as a striker next season? Someone asked me this question and I thought, let me answer it to the panel, because it's a very good question when you think about it, you know, because they both had stinkers. Højlund, we were playing with 10 men, and Onana used to throw the ball in the back of the net half of the time. So what do you lot reckon? What do you lot think is more important? And after a few of you have gave me some answers, I'll tell you what I think. But that's the question to ask you right now. What would you rather? Have a new striker and keep Onana, or have a new goalkeeper but keep Højlund as a striker for the whole of next season? Crazy question, isn't it? No. Sancho is greedy. Yeah, Sancho I don't know what he wants, man. He don't seem like he's got aspirations to make the World Cup and be the best player he can be. He seems like he just wants to, he just seems like he just wants to think. He just wants the bag right now. He just wants to get his money and just chill. I don't think he's really taking it serious like that. How serious he should be taking it. Is Mbuemo really in the bag? I hope he's in the bag. Obviously, I just report it. But Rudy Galetti's come out today and said 63 million, we're willing to pay 63 million. They've always said, Brentford, we want Cunha money. If you go look at what Fabrizio says, Brentford want Cunha money. Cunha went for 62 million. Apparently, we're going to pay 63 million with add-ons. I don't know how true it is. I just report all the news. Any Man United news, I report it here 3 times a day. So make sure you like hitting up the likes, subscribing, and yeah, you stick around, man. Because every day we're at it. We're letting you lot know what's going on with Man United. But yeah, this is what Rudy Galletti said and Valentin Furlan. And that last one is a Man United outlet aggregate source. So he puts all the journalists and he doesn't put no one that's not really reliable. So he, to an extent, he should be reliable. But I don't know how true it is. But I have to wait for the big dogs, Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein. When they come and say it, that's when it's 100%. Until then, everything's a question mark. Even when you see when I put done deal, I'll always put a question mark at the end. I'll never say it's 100%. Jerome Quenzo just went to Bayer Leverkusen. Fabrizio confirmed. Here we go. Liverpool doing loads in the transfer. We need to move quicker. Liverpool didn't spend a penny last season, though. That's the problem. And you got to remember, look, like I just said to you, that when I told you about the amortization, you can spend as much money as you want. Quenza is from the academy. So Quenza, now he's gone. 30 million, I think it was getting quoted. They can spend 90 million again now. So they might go for Isaac. That's crazy, man. They're moving mad. But even when you look at that, 30 million for Quenza is mad. And then we're 25 million for Sancho. That's crazy. But this is what I'm saying. They've done their thing right, where his wage is so low that they can go and sell him on now. Do you know what I'm saying? For 30 million. Because all you got to come for is the price, because the wage is low. But when we've got Sancho there on 300k, and then we're telling them, we want 50k, they're going to look at us and go, you want 50k, and then we've got to sort out 300k for him. Allow it. That's why I reckon we're saying, let's just lowball these offers, get rid of them, because it's not really the money, it's the wage that's killing us. So that 1.2 million a month for Sancho is killing us. But yeah, man, they're doing bits. Look, Ten Hag wants to go for their defenders. Why didn't Ten Hag come in for Maguire or something? Do you know what I mean? Look at Ten Hag, bruv. Going out here snatching Liverpool players. Bozo. Yeah, Kodima music after signing Mbuemo. We seriously need a striker like Osimhen. 100%, bro. We need a striker like Osimhen. But like I said, Osimhen, he doesn't want to come to he doesn't want to come to no team that isn't playing Champions League. And if they are, if there is a team that isn't playing Champions League, I will come there, but you have to pay my whole wage. I'm doing you a favor by being there. So that's what Osimhen's on. That's his mentality with it. So we can't even afford half of the players we got right now. How are we going to afford this guy? And he turned down Saudi Arabia. And they give you the biggest bag of them all with no tax. If he's turning down Saudi Arabia, forget about it, mate. We've got no chance. He's my number one, though. If I could pick who starts against Arsenal on the 17th of August, it will be Osimhen, Cunha, and Mbuemo. If that was up to me, I wouldn't want no other striker. If it's not him, give us Gyökeres. I'll deal with that. But I can't see us paying him 300k a week. Like, I can't see it happening, man. Even though I would love us to, but I just can't see it happening. On the transfer window, if we can't get our targets quicker, they will be snatched. Yeah, but I think all of our targets, it's like Mbuemo, he's just talking to us. We got Cunha. Who else are we really linked with? Then a striker. Obviously, Gyökeres has showed his preference. And then there's Ekitike. I think he's going to Liverpool. I think when Darwin Núñez gets sold, Ekitike will go straight to Liverpool. So I don't even know who our targets are. This is what they're doing. We got so much targets. And you got to remember, when I'm doing this every day, I'm seeing so much, us get linked to so much different players. Every day, we're linked to so much different players, bro. 1 minute it's this guy, then it's this guy, then it's crazy. It's too much to handle. Vlahovic was yesterday, the Juventus striker. Patrick Schick was last week. Then we had Ekitike, Gyökeres, Mateta, Delap. He rejected us. Osimhen. Who else we've been linked to? We've been linked to a striker all the time. So I don't know. I can't even keep up, bro. So I don't even know who we actually want. And that's where you find that out from like big Fabrizio and them, man. Luke Shaw, 11 seasons, only paid 3.5 years. He has been 7.5 seasons injured, 58.5 million in wages. Let's make it make sense. Crazy. Roland, I'm with you, man. He's got to go. This is what I'm trying to say. So I reckon we'll get rid of these players, but we need some interest in them. This is why I don't blame them for not moving these players so quick because it's like the whole world is watching Man United. We already know that we're big and everyone scrutinizes us, Man United, every time we lose, etc. But I didn't think it was to this extent where they know all of our players are basically shit. No one wants them. Casemiro, Onana, Shaw, no one's coming for them. Højlund, I'm hearing about loans. Loan to Inter Milan for Højlund. Bare loan talk. No one ain't bidding for them. Everyone else is having another chance. Darwin Núñez, Napoli, the Italian champions. Yeah, we'll take him off you. 60 million, yeah. No one ain't coming for no one else. So you got a man like Darwin Núñez having shit shows in Liverpool, missing open goals galore, and he's still got people coming in for him. When they had Fabinho getting old, Henderson, Saudi came in and took all three of them. Come. When it was Chelsea, Kante, Koulibaly, they're getting old. Saudi came in. We'll take them. Our turn now. Luke Shaw, Onana, Casemiro. Saudi are saying, nah, we're all right. No one wants to save us, bro. No one wants to bail us out. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Luke Shaw has to go, bro. He's part of that list. I prefer C striker first than anything. What's a C striker? Oh, you prefer a striker first before anything. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. After Mbuemo, I think that's our priority. Our priority is goals. The most we've scored in the last 3 seasons is like 56 goals or something like that. That's crazy, bro. 50 goals or something, some madness. So I think our priority is goals. Like, as you've seen, Cunha, we won Mbuemo now, and then strikers next. So I think they're going for goals, and then next season or something, it's midfield, defense, and keeper. Obviously, if a keeper comes now, bonus, but yeah. With Mbuemo, Cunha, Osimhen, will we get top 4 guaranteed? We have to get top 5, top 6. Have to. Or I think Amram will get sacked. You can't have that front 3 and not get top 5, man. The amount of goals is too crazy. We will have to. We'll have to. I reckon we will, though. I reckon we will, 100%. I reckon we will. But Osimhen, like I just showed you, like you can see now, I don't think we're going to pay all of that. 30 million plus 5 million add-ons. That's for Kwanzaa, you know. Kwanzaa from Liverpool is going for 30 million plus 5 add-ons. And then we're sitting here, 25 million for Sancho, Rashford's 40 million. And look at that. Kwanzaa, he's done nothing in the game. Apart from that time he passed to Bruno Fernandes and he chipped Keller. He's done nothing. And he's going for 30 million plus 5. And we got Rashford that scored 30 goals. He's been to Champions Leagues, all these places. And he's going for 40 million. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like I was sharing anyway. I'm just sharing the stats of Mbuemo and all of these goals. This geezer, we just need to wrap this one up. I just want to see it. Here we go today. And then call it a day. This guy's gone 38 games and scored 20 goals with 8 assists, bro. Like, these are the men that we're dealing with now. And to even be linked with these sort of players when you finish 15th just shows you're big in this thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, United have still got a lot of pull. So you got to respect it, man. Remember, this ain't the one time they played the team. This is when he's played the team twice, 38 games, home and away, what he's gone and done. And obviously, you can't score against Brentford unless you score the own goal. And you got to look how much times he scored against everyone. He don't just do it against the lesser teams. He don't just do it against the bigger teams. He does it against everyone. He's gone, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Like 5 teams he hasn't scored against. Just 5 teams. Apart from that, he scored in every single game. And he played every single game for Brentford last season. He played 38 games. This is what Bruno does for us. That's the availability we need. So this geezer is on a different planet, man. We need to just wrap this one up, get a proper here we go or something, and then call it a day. We've got Mbuemo in the bag. At least then we can start talking. All right, Mbuemo and Cunha. I feel a bit more excited for the Arsenal game. Right now, it's like we've only got Cunha. Come on, what's really going to change? What, Bruno on the right? Like, come on, man. So hopefully this one goes mad. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this one still. 100%. Ekitike grew up. Yeah, I see that. He's a Man United supporter. So that's dope. But I don't think Ekitike suits Ruben's style. So I don't know if it's a smoke screen. I don't know, man. I like him. I think he's cool, and anyone's better than Højlund, but I don't think that's who they really want. Because if you look at everyone we've been linked with, no one is like Ekitike. Ekitike is a bit skinny. And we've been linked with very box strikers who are strong. They bully defenders. Mateta, Delap, Gyökeres, Osimhen. All the strikers we want are strikers that sit in the box. I saw us linked to Beto today. You know Beto that plays for Everton? We're linked with him now. Because any striker that's strong will be in the box, bully defenders. It's like, that's what we're going for. But I don't... That link wasn't even a proper source. That's why I didn't bring it on here. That's why you haven't seen it. But yeah, we're getting linked to anyone that's got a bit of strength. Samu from Porto. Remember when he bullied Martinez and scored against Porto when we was winning 3-3 in the end? That's who we're linked with as well. So how can we go from Samu, Delap, Osimhen, Mateta, and then go to Ekitike? And he's skinny. He's a link-up player more. He's not really in the box, pull it in the box. He's he's more link up, take on a 1-2 man. The Liverpool fans call him Baby Isak. They call him Baby Isak at the moment. So, yeah, man, I can't see us really getting Ekitike, man. I know he's a Man United supporter and he would come, but even 63 million, and he's had one good season. He hasn't even lit it up. You see, like, look at Gyökeres this season. He scored 63 goals. Ekitike's had a good season, and he hasn't even, I don't think he scored 20 goals. So that's the difference. You're going to go pay 63 million. You might as well go out there and buy a proper striker if you're going to spend that much. You know what I mean? We need a proper striker to avoid relegation. Please, no Højlund. I know next season. He's saying that's going back to this question then, isn't it? That's going back to that question. He's saying, yo, we need a proper striker to avoid relegation. And I'm going to answer it now. I'm going to answer it myself and let you know what I think. I think, this is the question. Would you rather have a new striker and keep Onana, or a new goalkeeper and keep Højlund as a striker next season? Me personally, I'd rather have a new striker and keep Onana. And I'll tell you why. Onana, not even Onana. Last season, we had so much games where it was so close and narrow. And all we needed was a bit of quality to win the game. Man City at home, Garnacho in the first minute, he got fouled, whatever. He had a chance in the box, it fell to him, he didn't pull it away. Cool. Liverpool, Højlund, 1-on-1 with the keeper, Alisson, missed. Just so much chances. Wolves, we battered them the whole game. Missed all our chances. They had a sensational free kick and they won the game. Garnacho against Bournemouth, Bruno, lovely ball, dinks it over the keeper, misses. There was so much of these games that were so close. Arsenal, how much chances did we have with Arsenal? Højlund takes it off Declan Rice's foot, starts thinking about rainbows. He takes it straight back off him. Like, look how much shots we had, look how much chances. If we had a proper number 9, all of these games go from draws and losses to wins. Do you understand? So, and Onana, what did he do wrong in them games? Do you know what I'm going to say? So it's like, this Onana guy is a weirdo where he will have a good game or have a normal game, then he'll have a blunder the next game. So he is a weirdo where he will throw the ball in the back of the net. But there was so much games where Onana wasn't the problem. It was a striker. So I think there was more games where the striker was the problem than Onana. They both got to go. I'm not sitting there saying keep Onana, he's good. No, I'm saying Onana still has to go as well. But if I had to pick one right now, who would I want? I would want us to get a striker. Because the amount of games last season that we could have won if we had a striker, even if we go out there and score 4 goals every game and Onana throws one in the back of the net, we've won 4-1, 4-2. I'm cool with that, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's better than losing, isn't it? Of course. But we never score goals, and we haven't scored goals for the last 3-4 seasons. And that shows that we've had no quality up front. So me personally, I would want us to get a striker if we could. And yeah, if I would just ride it out. It is what it is with Onana. But like I said, there was so much games where Onana saved us. Crystal Palace, double save, Delap, double save or something. Was it a good save? There was good games, and then he'll throw the ball in the back of the net the next game against Brighton, Ipswich. He does that thing with Dorgu. So he's just crazy. But I think if we had a striker with more games, we would have won so much more games than we actually won. Do you know what I'm saying? Even Tottenham away, I remember we had bare chances. Xerxes header in it, like Garnacho 1-on-1, missing sitters. Brain dead, man. It was crazy, man. We need proper striker to avoid relegation. I saw that. Like and subscribe. Come on, man. Everyone like, subscribe, man. It's 100 of you lot in here, man. Like, subscribe. We're here every day, 3 times a day, man. So don't ever think this is just a one-off. I'm here every day, 3 times a day. Lunch, afternoon, evening. I'm giving you lot all the latest Man United news every day. Stick around. And once the games come back, Matchday Vlogs are coming back. I'm going to the games, videoing the games, match reactions, match previews. We're going to get panels, get guys on here from Arsenal, Chelsea, whatever. Talk. It's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be lit, man. So make sure you stick around, subscribe. And we do this every day. No days off. You understand? Thames again. Oh, my God. This geezer does this every single day, you know. Every day he comes in and says this. United, I want to Osimhen and Mbuemo, Eri Martinez, Edison. Every day he comes in with new names. You must have the best career mode in FIFA. Your FIFA career mode must be the best ever. I really want to see it. I'm so interested to see it, man. Because you come here every day. But yeah, man. So that's the big news anyway. Mbuemo, let me go back to it right now. Mbuemo, Rudy Galletti saying we're willing to pay the 63 million add-ons with Brian Mbuemo. So hopefully this is true. Valentin Furlan saying the same thing. Hopefully it's true. We get a here we go today, tomorrow, whatever. David Ornstein comes out and says whatever, and then we're all good. So yeah, I'm just going to summarize all the news, all the Man United news right now that I've just gone through. So Mbuemo, he's linked with us. We've been in talks for ages. Fabrizio said this. Everyone said this. Rudy Galletti and Valentin Furlan have basically come out and said, listen, we're ready to pay the 63 million bid for Brentford. They've always said they wanted Cunha money. Cunha money is 62.5 million. So if this is true, this should be get done anytime soon. I hope it's true. Like I said, I'm on 3 times a day. So by 6 o'clock, we'll be back on and we'll let you know what's happened or whatever. Is anything upgraded, etc. So that's the situation with Mbuemo. This is just showing that basically he scored 20 goals and our attack scored 21. This is the type of player we're dealing with. Do you understand? This is him scoring everyone he scored against last season, home and away. He just didn't score against 5 teams, Everton, Aston Villa, Forest, City and Liverpool. And he scored against everyone else or assisted. This is what we're dealing with. Proper baller. More news. Antony just said that, listen, I want to go Real Betis. That's my priority. We're still linked to Roger Fernandez. For all of you that don't know Roger Fernandez, he's a bit like an Ahmad type of player, but he's cheaper. He's probably like 25 million. He plays for Braga. That's in Portugal. We're linked with him. We've been linked with him for ages now. Since Ruben come, everyone was saying, who are we going to get as a wing back? Is it going to be Roger Fernandez? And then we ended up getting Dorgu. So maybe Dorgu's for the left. Roger Fernandez might come for the right. Remember, we got, what's that thing called? AFCON is coming up in December, you know. So even if we get Mbuemo, Ahmad, and Onana will all go AFCON for a month. Remember that. Obviously, it's how long they progress in AFCON. If they get kicked out quicker, they might come back earlier, whatever. But we're going to lose 3 players, which looks like 3 starters, Onana, Ahmad, and Mbuemo, for a month. So we need to get some players in these positions. But obviously, we need to sell first. Antony looks like he's on the rocks to go. Like I said, Antony has told Man United his priorities Real Betis. And I've got a clap for him. Every time I bring this report up, I've got a clap for Antony. And we don't do that often, do we? Antony's prepared to take a 30% pay cut from his 150k a week to make it happen so that he can leave and go to Real Betis. He's prepared to take a wage cut. All parties want the permanent transfer to happen for Antony. Man United ain't going to do Betis a favour by loaning him again. You have to buy now because Leverkusen are interested. Who else is interested? Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Como, Fabrizio reported that yesterday. So a few clubs want him now. So you got to pay the money or we're not doing loans. But Antony, he's ready to take a wage cut to make it happen. If he wasn't going to take a wage cut, we'll be stuck. Real Betis might not be able to afford him. So big up Antony. And then he's willing to take a wage cut. And then we've got a guy here that isn't willing to take a wage cut in Freedom Fighter. Yeah? There's me. Freedom Fighter. is willing to not take a wage cut. Here we go. Fenerbahce have inquired the conditions of Jadon Sancho. Fenerbahce is Jose Mourinho, of course, and he wants to sign Jadon Sancho, but Napoli are in talks. He said he wants Napoli. He's prioritizing Napoli, Jadon Sancho, because Juventus also are interested. But Jadon Sancho is saying, I don't want to reduce my salary. I'm on 300k a week. I'm not reducing it. The big dog, Fabrizio Romano, has said Napoli does not want to cover Jadon Sancho's salary. Yeah, it's not happening. The transfer fee is not a problem. Like 25 million that we want, they'll pay that all day. But the salary is too high. We're not doing it. So Fenerbahce don't want to do the salary. Juventus don't want to do the salary. And Napoli don't want to do the salary. Napoli's got Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku. They're on high salaries already. So they're not going to bring this guy and make him salary crazy as well. So he has to turn around, hit his head and go, listen, World Cup is next year. The World Cup, I need to try to get in that team. So let me just drop my salary. Napoli is the best option, or Fenerbahce or Juventus. But we're going to see what happens with him. This is just a report saying that he agreed personal terms with Napoli yesterday, which obviously wasn't true because Fabrizio just came out and said they haven't agreed personal terms. So now for us together, we know DiMarzio is kind of dodgy because he said that they agreed personal terms yesterday, and then Fabrizio came out and said they haven't agreed personal terms. So for us now, we know for DiMarzio, he's dodgy. When we see something from him, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't take it too serious. Sky Sports basically just reported, yep, Napoli and Juventus are interested. So that was that. Then it came out, more bad news. Onana wants to stay. Unless we tell him he's surplus to requirements, he's staying, basically. Hearst Class came out that Monaco have approached Onana, even though Fabrizio said that they didn't. So it's all up in the air. No one knows. So, hold on, what's going on here? Yeah, so that's what's going on there with Onana. It looks like he's staying at the moment, but I personally think we want him to go because he's a big character in the dressing room. Ruben likes him, and he's a big character in the dressing room. You don't want to go and upset him, saying you want you to go. But if a bid comes in for him, we'll push him out. Yo, the bid's coming, we're accepting it. See you later. So I think Ruben's not going to tell him, we want you to go or you're surplus to requirements. But if a bid comes in for Andre Onana, 100% he's going to want him to go. But I don't think they want to upset him, like, because he's a loud character. You see him, he runs up and down the pitch, goal lines, anywhere. So I can't see it happening. If Diogo Leon start, I will feel sorry for Dorgu and Luke Shaw. You reckon he's that good, yeah? I ain't seen him like that, Diego Leon. I've only seen him in the American League, and I think he's going to come and they're going to give him a bit of time to bed in. He'll probably go with the academy, or he will go alone. I don't think they're going to come and put him straight in, but I've seen that he's a big lad and he's physical. So that's a good signing. And that was like 3 million. This is what I'm saying about the new regime and their new signings. 3 million, Heaven, 1 million. Sekou Kone was like 2-3 million. Good signings, man. You got to give it to them about the signings. Obi Chido. So yeah, so that's the thing with Onana. And then someone asked me about Osimhen. What's going on with Osimhen? This is the last thing I knew about Osimhen to Man United. The date is at the bottom, which is the 19th. So about 3-4 days ago. Man United are not in the race for Victor Osimhen, as the player won't significantly adjust his wage demands. He doesn't want a reduction should his team not play in the Champions League football, which doesn't suit Man United. So basically what he's saying is, if you're not playing Champions League football and I'm coming to your club, I'm doing you a favor. So you got to pay me my wage. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if you're not in Champions League, if your team does not play in the Champions League, I'm not reducing my wage because I shouldn't even be here in the first place. I'm coming to your club doing you a favor. So that's what Osimhen is saying. So it doesn't look like he's going to come. He's asking for crazy money as well. Saudi Arabia offered him money. He refused Saudi Arabia. You refuse Saudi Arabia. I don't know what you want. £1 million a week. I don't know. But that's the situation. There was talks about Semenyo, Man United, but David Ornstein came out the other day and said Semenyo, Bournemouth are asking for too much. Tottenham and Man United are both not interested anymore because it's too much money. They want 70 million from him. This 70 million stuff is going crazy. So yeah, that's all of it more or less summed up. Mbuemo, Antony, Sancho, who else was here as well? Roger Fernandez, Osimhen, Onana. like I say every single time, man, we're here every day, 3 times a day. So make sure you hit the likes, you get the algorithm going bananas, and make sure you subscribe. I do match day vlogs, match reactions, match previews, everything. Once the games come back, you're going to see way more as well. So yeah, thank you for everyone that's checked in. I'll be back on a bit later. I'll see you lot all in a bit. Everyone have a great day.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm